Well, good afternoon. So you may be asking why I am engaging in one of the seven deadly sins. Well, hang around and I will tell you. My name is Toni Kenyon. If you're new to me or my trusty red couch, I live in Auckland in New Zealand and I am a rock star and billionaire romance writer. And I come to you each week from the trusty red couch to talk about a few things that I may have on my mind and a few things romance. And the reason this week that I find myself a little green with envy is because an awful lot of my romance writing sisters are currently at Romance Writers of America in Colorado, up by the mountains up there. Forgive me if I've got anything wrong there because I am not good on geography. I'm one of those take me around the garden a couple of times and I'm completely lost kind of people. So I'm relying on my memory of the little mountains in the visual that I've seen for where everybody is. So currently, I think most people are sitting in at the Rita Awards, and I am from New Zealand, as I've said, and for a little country, we hit beyond our weight sometimes, and one of our lovely romance writers, Bryn Kelly, I have just seen on Twitter, won herself a Rita, which is a really cool and wonderful thing. So if you get to hear about this or you see this at all, Bryn, congratulations. It's a wonderful achievement and just an amazing thing for another writer from a little country where, as I say, we do seem to hit beyond our weight in the romance stakes. So I've only ever been to two Romance Writers of America conferences. The first was in LA in 2012 when I was awarded I can't even think of the word now, a scholarship from the lovely Sandra Hyde's Trust, and I packed my bags and went off to Anaheim and was totally overwhelmed by 2,500 women in one hotel room all talking to each other. And then in 2015, I took my dear husband with me to New York because New York was somewhere that I'd always wanted to visit. And we went to RWA in New York, and that was an amazing experience. And I took him into the literacy signing, where romance writers sign books and raise money for literacy. And he couldn't get over it. I think we'd been off the plane about maybe three or 6 hours or something. And from New Zealand, it is approximately sort of 30 hours in transit to get to New York from where we live. And we were kind of jet lagged and a bit out of our depth. And I took him into this hotel room with screamingly bright orange and red and black swirly carpet, not unlike the jersey I'm wearing at the moment, only with a bit more red. There you go, the red's in the couch. And the noise was just overwhelming and he just kind of crashed over us. And he couldn't cope. And he did about 2 rows and he had to leave and go back to the hotel. So, and I had a wonderful time that trip too. I love catching up with other writers and seeing what the industry's up to. And, you know, the romance writers are just an amazing bunch of women and some men who are just so on the ball as far as what's happening in publishing. And I've had a wonderful time for the 2 of those conferences that I've been to. So you can forgive me for being a little green with envy when I see all of the photographs coming through my social media feeds, and I see the people that I deal with a lot in cyberspace all getting together for photographs and bits and pieces like that. And we have a romance writing conference in New Zealand, and it is happening, I think, on the 11th of August, so it's not too far away. And I'm really looking forward to catching up with my fellow New Zealand romance writers. And we are always blessed to have some amazing guests who come to New Zealand, who will do the 30-hour flight to come down to us, which is great. And I'm really looking forward to our conference, which is about 2 weeks away now. So the start of conference season is always when RWA kicks off. And then I think we tend to swap with romance writers of Australia. One of us goes first, I think, every other year. So maybe we're early this year, so maybe we're going first. I'm not quite sure when the Romance Writers of Australia conference is. And I've seen some RNA stuff online, which means that the British Romance Writing Association, I think like Romantic Novelists Association, must be busy doing something as well at the moment. So it's just the season to be conferencing, and a really good chance to catch up with people and see what's happening in the industry and hear the best news. And I'm having serious FOMO. You know, I just wish I was there with all of these people catching up. And then when I go, like as I say, I've been twice, I'm completely exhausted a lot of the time that I'm there, but it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. So I'm looking forward to people bringing back the news, and I am a member of RWA, so I can buy the notes from the, or I think they record a lot of the speakers, so there'll be a lot of information that I will be able to pick up fairly shortly. So as I say, it's not quite the same as being there, but when you live as far away from America as I do, sometimes it's just the best that you can do. So there is the reason that I'm green with envy, and it is not very often that I covet things that other people have or experiences that other people experience. But every year I go, here it comes, it's RWA. I know I'm going to want to be there. And there's not a lot I can do about that other than cheer people on and take part as much as I can on social media, and catch up with what everybody's doing afterwards. So I don't know if you've had some of those deadly sin moments. Envy's not one that I enjoy. It's one that I thought that I had dealt with years and years and years ago, but it does occasionally sneak back into my life, which tells me that it's not completely dealt with, but that's okay. I am but a work in progress. So I don't have a lot else to report this week. I think the King brothers are doing what the King brothers do, which is having some fun. I'm having an awful lot of fun with Kat. Bringing, if you're not caught up, stick your fingers in your ears for a moment, because spoiler alert, I'm having a lot of fun with Kat and the chaos that she's bringing to the boys in the band, and it's a lot of fun to be writing it, and I'm enjoying the way that you're voting. Last week it was kind of 50-50. So we'll see how the voting goes this week. I haven't even peeked. I've been very good, but I am going to have to peek very shortly because I'm going to have to think about writing the next episode. And I was also thinking ahead to next week too. I'm going on a road trip, so I'm not going to be able to come to you live from the couch. I might be able to come to you live from a couch somewhere else, but I don't know what my internet's going to be like. So I have to make a decision whether I'm going to skip the week totally, or whether I am going to record a day early, or whether I'm going to record and post on the day. So if you have any thoughts about how you think I should handle next week, not being able to be here on my red couch, let me know. I can always maybe go, I don't know, I don't fancy going live from in the car. Could be a bit messy and noisy and horrible. So anyway, we'll have a think about that. Leave me a note in the comments about what you think. Send me up lots of those hearts, you know, when you are watching the replay, that I love the old hearts, and things are ticking along nicely in the writing department, lots of words being written. I'm still not quite sure when I'm going to be releasing my next billionaire, but you will be the first to find out as soon as I know. So there you go. I hope you're having a wonderful time wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. Tell someone that you love them. Be grateful. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for your support, and thank you for allowing me to entertain you with my stories. And I will catch you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.